Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading. Thanks for stopping by today and spending some time here with me. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notifications are turned on. Okay, Sagittarius, today's reading is about clarifying your perspective and or attitude about love, what it means to you, and what to do with your understanding of it. So whether you're single or involved with one or more people, you should be able to get some useful information out of this. Think of this reading as a check-in with yourself so you can A, know if and when you're ready to start looking for love, B, are ready to deepen or release any relationships or involvements that you're currently in, or C, this is just confirmation that you're happy where you're at and no changes are needed. And this card flew out. So these first cards are going to be about what you want out of love, whether it's for yourself, out of a relationship, or out of a significant other. But the first card here is purity. So you want a real pure type of love, a real, not just a surface, flirty type of interest, okay? And voyage, yes. You want the real deal, and you want to go on a voyage. You want to go on a journey with this person, a lifelong journey. And to you, the only way that can happen is a pure type of love. And you have a sense in yourself that there's a purity, and you need to find that person that can match that can be on your like wavelength here. Like, you know, I think you've had past relationships where you're up here, they're down here, or, you know, they're up here, you're... Anyway, it hasn't been a pure type of feeling. There's, you know, people are people, and sometimes we get lost in our facade that we put on public display for people to see. So when we're in an intimate relationship with someone else, we kind of keep that facade on. I think maybe you've had to deal with that either in yourself, that you didn't feel safe enough to let your purest self come out, and or another person wasn't being completely honest with themselves maybe, and wasn't able to give you the pure type of real love that you're really wanting and looking for, and wanting to go on this voyage with someone through life. All of it, ups and downs, the weirdness, the normal, the status quo, the crazy. You just want a pure love, and you just want to go on this journey for the rest of your life with someone. That's what it feels like to me that you want. All right, so let's find out what Sagittarius has learned about love, about relating, about themselves in a relationship, or what past issue that has been resolved that's going to help you out now. What has Sagittarius learned about love, Spirit? All right, we have intimacy. Okay. Yin and yang, or yin and yang. Okay. Sagittarius, that's where some of this purity, wanting the purity from, because intimacy is very vulnerable, and real true intimacy is pure, and you've gotten a taste of that, and that is what you want. You don't want anything less. That's like the ultimate. But you've also learned that yin and yang, positive, negative, masculine, feminine, dark, light, creation, destruction, like you have an understanding of the duality of life and how important it is, and how it affects you on a day-to-day basis, how it affects your relationships, how it affects the world at large. Like you're tapped into something that the average person, I don't think, is just naturally tapped into. But because of the things that you've gone through, the struggles that you've gone through, and you have this natural understanding of purity, you've learned what real intimacy is, and you've learned that it does take a real balance of the light and the dark, the positive and negative, the masculine, feminine. And I think that you have that within. And so looking for that kind of match might take some time, but I think you're willing to wait, and it's worth it because you understand the delicacy of purity and the delicacy of intimacy, and I think that you can treasure it and cherish it in a way that someone else wouldn't necessarily be able to, and that's something that you have to give, to contribute to a relationship. So you want the right person. You don't want to waste time or waste your affections on the wrong person. All right, Sagittarius, let's find out what you've yet to learn. Spirit, what has Sagittarius yet to learn? What should Sagittarius look out for about love? What is Sagittarius still learning about love? Crown chakra. Okay, it says, the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Goes right along with this purity and this intimacy. And passion. It says, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its lifelong wisdom fill us up. So you're still learning that you understand intimacy and the duality, but you're still learning. There's a spiritual aspect that maybe you're still learning about. Maybe something has just come across recently, whereas before, love to you is just kind of on the physical, or maybe because a lot of people around you, it was on the physical plane, and now that you've like connected to your spirituality, connected to the universe, connected to God, whatever your beliefs are, you know there's more, and I think you're still forming your belief system. Maybe has to do with love and passion, and it talks about intense emotions and the balance of that. And so you're learning, like it says, a lot beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. So yin and yang, calm and chaos. So you're still like learning that balance and being able to integrate the whole thing into you, into your relationships, into your life. And this is talking about transmuting negative energy into light. So there's definitely, you're still learning about your particular belief system, your spirituality, and how it relates to love, intimacy, passion, the journey, the lifelong journey, purity. So you're still learning about that stuff. You've got intimacy down, and you understand the duality and how important it is and why it needs to be the way it is. All right, so let's find out what your biggest hang-up or false belief is. Spirit, tell me about Sagittarius's biggest hang-up or false belief. So this can include, or this can be about an illusion that you have, something that you haven't been able to understand or just can't get past, or what's holding you back from getting the type of love that you want. All right, Spirit, what is Sagittarius's biggest hang-up? Well, a couple of cards popped out, so that's what we'll go with. All right, so slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Okay. And physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. Okay. Are you puzzled by touch, Sagittarius? I know there are some people that just aren't into touch that much. And maybe this is something that's true for you, or you've had a partner that was like, touch was kind of a hit or miss kind of thing. And I feel like with this slow down, like once you get involved with someone, you want that purity or you want that intimacy so bad, so fast that maybe you try too hard, you go too fast. And maybe that's where this touch comes in too, because you're getting too touchy-feely for someone. They're not ready for that level of intimacy where you know intimacy is like the thing. That is what you want. That is the best thing. That's where you want to go. You don't want to waste time with like the flirting stage, or you don't want to waste time with getting it. Like you just, it's like when you want someone, you know you want them, and you just want to jump right into that and just explore, have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when someone isn't like that, I think it confuses you. So, and maybe you've come across that almost every time. But maybe if you're single right now, or you're considering ending something, your next relationship, next connection could be more on your vibration, could be more on your level as far as understanding the purity and intimacy and wanting a real connection, for a lifelong type of connection to go on this voyage together, and who understands the balance of the duality of life. So it feels like that's what you need, and maybe you haven't had that yet. And I think you're probably a very touchy person, which goes right along with intimacy. And you just need to learn to slow down. But it's not just slow down. It's more like learn other people's body language and listen to what they say, so that you know when to slow down or when it's too much at a certain time. Something along those lines, okay? This is not a horrible hang up. I think this confuses you a lot, and like you just left scratching your head. Why does someone not want to be intimate right away? Or why does someone not want to be touched? You love touch, right? So that is this hang up can be gotten over. It's not something, it doesn't feel like it's something so large that it's going to take like therapy to get over. No, this is just understanding that different people are on different wavelengths and move at different speeds, and respecting that. Okay. All right, let's find out how you feel about your current connection, or how you're going to feel about your future connection, the next one. You know, how you feel in it, about it. Spirit, tell me about how Sagittarius feels about their current or next or upcoming connection. How do they feel about this connection? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay. Yeah, it feels like you're in the middle, or not in the middle, but in transition. Like, it feels like if you are involved with someone that's not necessarily the one that you want, but it feels like you're in between. So, but stay optimistic. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so there's a codependency thing maybe with this too. And that's what's kind of like maybe turns somebody off a little bit. And playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you want to get too serious too fast. That playtime, that flirting time, that get to know you time, the courting time, all of that is very, very important. Okay, don't forget the importance of that, or don't diminish the importance of that. I understand that you want what you want and you want it now, but this is involving someone else, so you have to consider where they're at, how they feel, what they want, that kind of thing. So this is just Spirit telling you about that. And then watch for codependency issues. Maybe in past relationships, you've had a codependency where you've loved the intimacy so much that if someone does like shoo you away because they don't want to be touched so much, There's a codependency there, and then you feel like you can't go on without. There's just something there that, you know, addictions. Maybe you are addicted to romance, addicted to love. And maybe this other person has picked up on that. Like, you love love. You don't necessarily love the person you're with. I hope that makes sense to you. And I think you've done this before. So I do think that makes sense to you. I think that you are so much in love, with intimacy and the voyage and what you want to do, that you aren't necessarily in love with the person that you're with, but you say you are because you're in love with love. All right. Well, let's get some final messages from Spirit. What final advice do you have for Sagittarius, Spirit? What else do they need to know? Last messages for Sagittarius. All right. Here's the picture of the first one. And it says, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay, yes. Look at what's causing you to feel left alone or left behind or not enough, or when you get confused about slowing down or physical touch or that kind of thing. Look inside yourself. You have the answers. You have all the answers you need already, okay? And that's the picture of the next one. And it says, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. All right. So that's good news. Keep learning about what it is you want, your intimacy, the purity, your connection, and paying attention to what you get codependent about with someone, and, you know, the physical touch, and slow down. You're transforming. You're moving into a higher state of being, a higher state of happiness for yourself, which is going to attract the type of person that you won't have to necessarily, who also wants the intimacy and the purity and the voyage, versus someone who is maybe less likely looking for that kind of thing. They just want to be in a relationship. They're not necessarily looking at the long term or how pure it is. They, you know, a lot of people just like to be loved and be in love and go with that and not think about too far in the future, which I think you are. You're just looking at a lifelong partner. That's what you want. Okay, Sagittarius, I believe that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.